Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Hope you can hear me. Hope this thing's working. Hope everybody's doing well out there. We'll give it a few minutes before we really dive into the charts here. Morning, Zero. Missed you guys too, man. Missed you guys too. Thanks for coming back. Sorry I'm not more consistent with the live streams. I think the last time I live streamed, I lost like $5,000, and that really was no fun. So I decided to take a little time off from the live streaming and just focus back on trading without kind of the pressure of it. But decided to come back into it today. The Apex had that big old sale over the weekend and kind of got my confidence back a little bit trading, and missed you guys, man. Missed the channel, missed chatting. It's kind of boring watching trading all by yourself over here, and I appreciate you guys coming back. Hey, our friend from Korea. I can't pronounce your name because it's in Korea. Korean. It's in Korea. It's in Korean. Hey, Justin, what's up? Thanks for tuning back in. I'll give it a couple minutes, see if anybody wants to hop on this thing. We can just see right here where price is coming down. We'll go into the overall, what's going on, bigger picture, but you can see this low volume node right here that price is pulling right back into. This looks like actually a pretty good buy area. Got a counter trend line on the 1 minute. We're hitting this LVN here. If this trend line breaks, maybe price would want to come back up. It would probably move back up pretty aggressively. But you know what? It is pre-market. It is pre-market. And pre-market is no fun for me to trade. So prices move a little slower. And you need this trend line to break and price to come up, break that trend line. And we'd also look over here on Delta to see what Delta was doing as it broke that trend line. Delta began to move higher as well, but looks like it's I don't know what it's doing. Who knows what it's doing right now? But we can look over on hey, Roach Gang Industry. Good stuff yesterday. Thanks, man. They stopped me out. Yeah, that has definitely happened to me before. It's the worst when you get in a trade and then you get stopped out and then the thing just rips. You're like right up to your take profit. Oh my God, I cannot stand it when that happens. Or the worst is when you're doing one of these valuations and the thing comes down, blows up your account, and then rips up right to where you thought price was going to go. That's even worse. Hey, Andre, thanks for joining. Yeah, man, it's good to be back. Hopefully, I think I'm going to try to live stream every morning this week. We're going to try to get the live stream stuff back going. So each day this week, I'm going to live stream. Today's Wednesday, April 20th, 420. Haha. And try to live stream today, Thursday, and Friday. So, and maybe all next week. Let's see how it goes. Hey, Marty, thanks. Hey, Vernon, what's up, man? Good to see you. Oh, hey, Roach, what's Roach Gang? What valuation did you pick up? Which ones are you doing? Thanks, Marty. Yeah, I'm feeling kind of the flow of it. Let's see if that translates to the live stream. Live stream's kind of a different beast. So maybe Roach Gang will tell us which evaluation he picked up, which one he's doing. But let's look at what's going on. Let's look at a daily to start. Man, I tell you what, when the market opened on Sunday night, this thing looked brutal, like it was just gonna tank down into the abyss down here. I thought for sure we were going down. You got the 50K, nice, and the copy trader, cool. Yeah, the deals were hard to pass up, Roach. They were definitely hard to pass up. I got one of those evaluations too, a 25K one, just for fun. For like $28 or something stupid. So, anyways, let's look at what we got going on today. I'm just gonna be looking at what's going on over here for right now. So the market opened on Sunday night. Man, that thing looked like it was gonna tank. We broke the previous. This was Sunday night over here. This was a Monday candle. We broke the previous week's low, and the thing just tanked down. I was like, man, this thing's shooting down. It's done. Here comes the recession. And what we've seen now is some recovery out of that, which is probably getting a lot of short squeezed out down here. It's also, oops, I'm sorry, hit the mic. It's also earnings this week. So I think markets are responding to anticipated good earnings from some people or some companies. And so we're seeing this move up. I'm not sure how valid it is, but it does look aggressive on the technical side. It's we're out of this small downtrend that's going on, but I suspect we're going to get another area of resistance somewhere here, and price is going to hit that, and then we may come back down. They're now talking about recession coming in 2023. So we may, some shorts are probably getting squeezed out, like I said, and price may want to come up a little bit. I don't know. We're looking at intraday stuff. It's tricky down here because again, this could be, the start. It could be one of these moves, and then we come up. The A, B, C, D pattern, and we come up, or this could be a move like this, where we come up and then we come down and we shoot down lower as part of a larger, downtrend. What's going on? We look over on the weekly, we can see here on the weekly, I mean, these two candles on the weekly look brutal. Looks like this thing wants to drop down, maybe down all the way down to here. I wouldn't, if we were really talking about recession stuff, the 200 SMA on the weekly has provided, support for it, kind of over here. I don't know. In the past, this might be an area that it may want to come down to. So yeah, I am trading a Apex account. Let's see here. Yeah, so I don't know. Breaking last week's lows looks super bearish to me over here, and now we're kind of coming up. So let's look at what we're coming up to. We've got the daily going on over here. Here's a daily chart we were just looking at before. I think we can see this actually a little bit better on a 4-hour chart, so I'm going to pull that up. We can see we've almost got this triple top thing going on right here. Put a line right there. This is a big area of resistance. We've also got the upper band on the 4-hour, and we've got several touches on this thing, right here, here. Was it support here? Maybe it just validates it even more. So we've made this big move up. Yesterday, we had the good trade was the break of this resistance up to this level, picking up this pocket, which I saw in pre-market, and this is where I got a trade coming in. We saw some selling coming in over here. That was on Netflix earnings. Netflix completely cratered yesterday on it lost subscribers for the first time in 10 years. That sent markets down after hours. And it's now recovered. It's coming back up. This, though, for me, is a big area of resistance. It's going to be interesting to see what price wants to do up here. I could see it poking through. I could see it doing a false breakout to the upside, and then coming back down. It's going to be tricky to trade this thing today. So I saw that this morning, and it feels like the easy move is over, which was the breakout of this resistance up to this area of resistance. So it's going to be tricky to trade this because I feel like we are bullish, but we're at a major area of resistance, and there's going to be some profit taking going on up here. Buyers or market makers or big industry or the financiers or whoever, may send this thing up a little bit through here, and then boom, they start taking profits, and the thing is just going to tank. So you want to be careful with it. And we're just going to have to, as usual, just trade our price action. Let's look at what we got going on now down on an hourly. Here's that red line we just drew out on the 4-hour, the big area of resistance. Right up here. I'll get to the chat in a second, guys. If you got any questions, you can put them in the chat. We're also doing this super chat thing where you can highlight your questions if you want, and they'll stick. I'm not quite sure how it works, but somebody suggested that I do that because sometimes when we're trading, somebody asks a question and then it gets, moved all the way up or whatever. And I don't want, and I do want to answer your questions. It's just I don't want to get too distracted from looking at this technical stuff pre-market. So Let's just keep looking at the technicals, and then I'll come over to the chat right before the market opens. So here's that area of resistance we drew out on the 4 hour. We're coming right up to it. I mean, see, we just touch it, right? One interesting thing I pointed out right at the beginning, we've got this LVN right here, this low volume node. Price is now coming into. This could act as support. We also have this bullish candle on the 1 hour. This is a dragonfly candle, a very aggressive candle here to the upside, a dragonfly candle. It looks like these two candles signal that price may want to break through that and keep moving up to the upside. This is a low volume node right here, which is probably going to act as support, which was formed overnight. Because we are up now weekly, the weekly highs up here. So we can see us coming down into here because this is an overnight low volume node. I'm not sure of the validity of it. I don't think it would be as valid as, like, let's say a low volume node down here, which was formed yesterday during regular trading hours. We also have VWAP down here. This might be a good area of support. We got the 20 SMA, 200 SMA. All of this is going to be a big area of support for it. So, you know, if price did roll down into here, this could be an interesting area somewhere in here. There's not just, but unfortunately, there's not a clear spot that I could get in. I mean, you could say, well, maybe at the edge of this, sorry, that's a bad drawing. At the edge of that low volume node right here, which typically, as you know, act as support and resistance areas, plus the confluence of VWAP. Down here, plus we've got some touches down here. This might be an interesting area of support for price. If price wanted to come down, that would be an interesting area of support. The next level for me would be the 200 SMA and the 20 SMA converging down here at 14,150-ish level. And then, of course, another area of support is going to be down here at value area high. These typically act as support and resistance areas too. We've got a low volume node going in down here, and then we've got this massive low volume node here at this spot, plus the bottom of the band. I mean, there's a ton of support areas down here that you could try to pick. My concern is that, you know, you might maybe want to try to pick this first one as a good support area for price to hit off of, and then, you know, come back up. VWAP's a little too predictable though. Sometimes just doesn't, it seems like it's almost too easy. We can draw this trend line here coming off of these, coming off of these two levels. We can see that we've now got, you know, another area of confluence down here. So this whole area for me is looking pretty solid. Now you could trade contrarian on it. You could say, well, this is where everybody's going to be trying to get in. But I feel like that this area is a massive area of resistance. We are in an overall bearish sentiment mindset, and if we broke this, then we would roll down to this area, and this might be your pocket that you try to pick up, and price would move pretty quickly through. So that's not a real clear indication of what, you know, it's not a real clear trading plan being like, okay, we're going to put a buy at 14,150. We're going to need to drop down to lower time frames. We're just going to mark, you know, we've got these. I'm going to mark this. I don't really need to mark VWAP out, I don't think. But I will, I guess. I don't know. Actually, I'm going to mark out this support area. I'm over here on the 1 hour chart now. I'm going to mark out that support area. We've got this low volume node, VWAP, all this stuff. I'm also going to mark out the 20 SMA and this trend line right there. I'm going to need to adjust these trend lines, particularly this one right here as the market opens, but I'll just leave it there for now. So how do we find our entries? We're going to mark out these areas. So we've also got this LVN, which I'll mark out with the blue box right now. I know this is a lot going on these charts, but some of this stuff is going to get adjusted. Some of it's going to get deleted. But I'm just going to put this blue box here where this LVN is, just so you can see how price is reacting to that low volume node that came through. That's over here on the weekly chart. We can see here, you know, we look down at Delta. Oop. Delta down here, we can see Delta. Well, the other thing I'll point out real quick is over here on the 500 volume, Delta is positive 2,000 on the day, very aggressive. We are positive on the day, and we're pretty good distance away from VWAP. So that all looks really bullish to me. All looks really bullish, even though we're coming into this big area of resistance. So, you know, the question is, you know, is there a support area that we can get in on? And, you know, are we going to retest this area of resistance? I don't know. But we can see here how price is reacting to that low volume node, which we have in this blue box, which we're at over here. And we can then look down here at delta, and we can see how delta is moving up as price is reacting to it. We've got these long wicks here on the 500 volume, a nice bullish candle on the 500 volume. So that looks like it's reacting in a positive way to that low volume node. We can see here on the 1 minute, it broke this resistance level. It broke the 20 SMA. 5-minute bullish candle. So the only thing that's working against this trade is that it is pre-market and the market is not open. So market on the open could spike down here, come back up. It'd be super choppy on the open. So that's just what I'm seeing right now, pre-market. I think the best thing to do is to let, I always say, let price move around for a little bit. Let price try to figure it out, figure out what it wants to do. It's super tempting, and I'm really tempted oftentimes to have, watch price make a big move. Like price made a big move up here. Then we look at delta. Delta comes up, and then we start to see delta dropping at this level before price has reacted. That's really tempting to take that short up here, trying to predict price movement before it's made it. There's a term for that, and it's just escaping me at the moment. But reading price, right? Reading price. And anticipating price movement. But, you could also then have price spike up through this, and then it drops down, you get stopped out, you're frustrated, then you start revenge trading, So I think the best thing to do is just let this thing move around for a little bit. See if we get this move down to VWAP. These levels down here we've marked out could be some support. See what it does there. But you know me, that I like to trade breaks of support and resistance levels. So I'm still kind of eyeing this level down here. I don't know, but it looks pretty bullish. Looks pretty bullish today. So market's going to open in a few minutes. This would be a good time to go fill up your coffee mugs, which is what I'm going to do. And then I'll be right back. I'll be right back to check out the chat, answer any questions in a few minutes. And yeah, I need to let this thing move around on the market open and not get too eager. I don't want to be too big of an eager beaver here. You know what I mean? Oops. So give me just a few minutes to go fill up my coffee and I'll be right back. Ooh, look at Delta down there. Delta popping up higher. I'd be buying this if the market was open. Okay, guys, market just opened. Just missed it by 10 seconds. So we've got price I'm moving into. Look at Delta down there, though. Look at Delta. My buddy Delta moving up. Moving down through. Delta's still moving up. Oh, this looks like a buy. Oh, I'm so tempted to buy this. Oh, I'm so tempted to buy this. I'm just trading one contract today, guys, with no ATM strategy. So there's going to be no stop loss, no take profit. We're going to be getting in and out of positions manually, which I know is going to send people into a frenzy, but I should have bought that. Where 76. I'm wondering if we break that 20 SM, or if we break that 20 SMA on the 5 minute, we're going to want to pop up and retest. Man, I got to sit in my hands though, guys. I got to sit in my hands. I wanted to buy that so bad down there. I can totally see it though, coming up, spiking up, and then dropping, 30 points, and then coming back up, and that's just the most frustrating thing. Most frustrating thing. If you found any of that pre-market stuff helpful, if you would give this chat a like, I would really appreciate it. Really, really appreciate it. It helps the YouTube algorithm put it in front of people who might be interested in it. It helps me out. I would very much appreciate it. Maybe we can get, like, I don't know, 30 likes. Is that too much? Completely free, guys. Nothing's going to happen to you if you hit that like button. Yeah, you see that big move up. You see how it just whips down like that? God, this thing is such a beast. Such a beast. One thing I look at when I look at Bollinger's is over here. You can see how we're kind of in this squeeze on the 1 minute. The Bollinger Bands here. I'm going to take this blue box off. This thing is... A lot of this stuff is not valid anymore. Get off my screen, blue box. You can see how we're kind of in the squeeze here on the 1 minute. You're really kind of waiting for price to break one way or the other, but you need the candle to close. When I see price spike, I call it, through a Bollinger like that, we do not close outside the Bollinger. That to me signifies that this is a false move to the upside. So if I, let's say I bought the break of this high over here, the previous candle, but then I saw this big wick on that, man, you got to get out. You just got to get out. And now we're seeing that reaction to the downside as well. Now you could say, well, you got a wick here. Yeah, but this is a pretty gnarly bearish candle. And now here's that follow through. And it's also the open. It's also the open. It is tough. So Abraham from Philippines, I believe, right? What's your basis when going long or short? I'm looking at price action. I'm looking at what price is doing. I'm looking at support and resistance levels. I'm looking at cumulative delta. It just depends. Also, but when I come in the morning, I look at, are we up? Are we green? Pre-market, overnight session. What's cumulative delta at? Are we negative or are we positive? Where's VWAP? Are we above VWAP? Are we below VWAP? Those three things for me help determine my bias. But your bias has got to shift. It's also some fundamentals. What's the fundamentals going on in the market right now? All that. So right now when I came in, I had a bullish bias, but we are up at this massive area of resistance. You got to be careful up here. We talked about it in the pre-market stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4 touches on it. Plus we've got a support touch over here. This looks like a very valid trend line. The higher the time frames, the more valid these trend lines are. If I saw 4 or 5 touches on a 1 minute chart, that's not really a strong area. That's not really a strong area for me. But if I see it on a 4-hour chart or a daily chart, that's going to be much stronger and has to be given much more respect than the other ones. So now we're dropping down here to VWAP. Will it shoot down to VWAP? Possibly. But what I'm looking at here is that you see this big aggressive selling coming in. Delta isn't making that aggressive. Yeah, we're moving lower, but it's not like, tanking. So I'd actually be looking maybe if we could get a buy up at 35. Now you can see Delta moving up. We might be able to get this pop, the break of resistance. Again, guys, we're going to be entering, exiting this thing manually. I think we would have room up to 40, this 44 on it. I'm just trading one contract, guys. Just one contract from, just one contract. We're not getting crazy. We're not getting crazy. I would expect this now to make, to fail at coming lower and then coming up, breaking this resistance and popping up to the top of the band there. But if we break lower, I'm out. I'm out. I'm going to take this trade off, and it looks like it is, so trade's off. And that's it. And we just keep waiting. Luckily, the market is going to be open for a very long time. Now we're coming down to VWAP. First area of support is VWAP. And we can see as we come down to VWAP, Delta hasn't really moved aggressively. We got some buyers coming in, but we need price action to confirm it. We're looking for multiple things. I'm not just looking at Delta saying, okay, Delta's now starting to move up on buying. I need some bullish structure to begin to form at the support level. So I need it to start making higher highs, right? Or I'm looking for over here on a 1 minute, a bullish candle on a 1 minute to give me the first sign like, okay, maybe price has now found the support at VWAP. And we're seeing that here on Delta. The price, the one that's really got to break is 33, which is this resistance level. Unfortunately, we're forming a bearish structure. We're forming a down channel here. Now, again, on the open, things are super choppy. Things are super choppy on the open. So, it's looking like maybe VWAP is going to provide some support. Maybe. Got VWAP. We also have this low volume node on a weekly volume profile. You see that over there? See this low volume node? The edge of that up here where the red line is going to be support. Look at Delta moving higher here. Look at Delta moving higher. Now, I don't want to get trapped down here, right? Don't want to get trapped. But I'm thinking 10. I think price pops 10. We've got Delta moving higher. We're at VWAP. This could be the start of a move to the upside. We're watching Delta down there. Watching Delta. We're going to see if we can get through this area. We're only on one contract, guys. Ooh, I like how the profile came in down here. Let's see what it wants to do. Oh, she's cheesy. It might be closing out here, guys. Let's see what it wants to do. See if we get a bullish candle. Ooh, we got a nice pop there. Probably be adding to it, actually, if we move a little bit higher here. We got point of control coming in here. That's a pretty good sign. That probably means that these are buyers coming in, finding some buying opportunities. Let's see what kind of candle I get on this. I see Delta moving up. We're going to say Delta's going to be my friend today, or if Delta's not my friend today. Some days Delta is my friend. Some days Delta is not my friend. I'm actually going to take that one off. Ooh. I see as price moves up, I see point of control coming in. See how we got a lot of volume coming in down here? Do not copy my trades, FYI. You will lose money. You should trade your own way. This is just the way that I trade, particularly on live streams. That's going down. Particularly on live streams. You should not copy my trades. All right. So we took a first loss. Oh, coming down to this trend line down. We had to get out of that trade, guys. Bummer. It is what it is. Oh, can I get 4 more likes, guys? 4 more likes. How did I read that so fast? It was just rolling over. It was just going. It was too much hesitation. And you see this candle here on the 500 volume? Boy, that just looked bearish to me. I saw it drop lower, and I saw Delta coming through on that. It was like, it ain't going up. That's for sure. So where is it going to go? Down. But we're going to let it move around a little bit more. Still feel like this is where you really screw yourself, is you get a bias going, and that bias is gonna now dictate your trading. It's clearly falling, but I'm not taking any shorts because I'm waiting for it to hit a support area. We are now coming down to the support area. We've got 200 SMA. We have this trend line that we have drawn right here. We've got the 20 SMA down at 43. Cumulative Delta. I can't tell if Cumulative Delta is my friend today or not. I don't know if it's my friend or not today. Now we've come right down here to the 20 SMA. This should be an area of support for it. If we get through this, I think we're going to drop down to quite a bit. 33. One thing you can do is wait for this trend line right here on the 1 minute to break. We move back into value area. That's, I don't know if it's valid or not because the market hasn't been open that long. And then you would try to take profit up here, value area high. What was it? What indicated was going down? Just price action. Just price action. Look at the 500 volume. You can just draw like an uptrend line like that. It just, again, this is, if you look at the 500 volume, this is a very bearish candle right here, right? It had attempts to try to move up, but the momentum was clearly to the downside. You get this bearish candle, and you look over here at Delta. Delta's flat, starts moving lower. It's just going down. And we've got a little bit of Delta divergence where we've got we've got price moving lower, Delta not moving lower. What? I don't know. What was the question about Apex data fee? Sorry. I'm looking at the chart over here. I've got the chat up on another one. I can go back and look at it. You guys can pin questions in this, I think, somehow. Does Apex charge the $85 fee from your trading account? You do pay from your bank account, so you've got to pay via credit card or your bank account or whatever before, as soon as you get funded. And I go over that in the whatchamacallit, review of all the online prop trading firms out there. They all do that I know of, except for One Up Trader, which is why I recommended One Up Trader in my funding trading program overview. Now, that being said, One Up Trader does not offer any discounts or anything like that. So you're going to pay that full $180 when you do the 50K evaluation. So if you did the 80% off on the Apex Trader, or even the 50% off, let's say, and you paid $70 or $75, they call that selling coming through, $75 on the 50K evaluation for 50% off, well, then you would not have to pay that $85 until you actually pass the evaluation. So in a way, you save that money because you're not paying it until you pass the evaluation, if that makes sense, because you would have to pay that full $180 on the one-up trader, right? And if you pass, then yeah, you got free data fees. But if you don't pass, you're still paying that full price. So in a way, it's, you know, basically equal. What about the second month? Yep, you got to pay it every month. But if you're in this trading game, $85 isn't really that big of a deal. And you're going to have to pay data fees with anybody else except one-up trader. So that's the way that goes. Nothing you can really do about it. You can always pick a different prop trading firm. I mean, you don't have to do Apex. I don't, you know, Apex for me is the cheapest one, and the 30 to set $50 or whatever it was. I mean, that's just too cheap to pass up. I mean, I said it before, you know, I can't think of any other product or opportunity or program or whatever that that I think it's from your bank account, Hashem. I'm not. Yeah, it is. It is. I think they just charge your credit card or whatever you put in. That, you know, you can throw $50 down, and they also have, you know, if you go to their website, they've got a whole like facts section that you can check out, which probably answers your questions and more. All right, let's see what it's going to do down here. I do not work for Apex Trader. I have no, I'm just passing along deals that I find on the internet. So I would take anything directly to them, any concerns or issues you have directly to them. 41. I'm looking at what it wants to do here. We've now gotten through this trend line. Looks pretty bearish, my friends, pretty bearish. If we get through 14,100, I think it's going to open up the downside, you know, quite a bit here. Delta, though, just isn't coming along with me. Thanks for the likes, guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate the likes. Vernon is exactly correct. Vernon is exactly correct. That money that you see on the screen is not real money. All right. So this is an interesting area, I think. It looks like it wants to like completely break down and come down to 14,000, you know, come all the way down here, 14,070-ish level, if not all the way down to the bottom of the band on the 1 hour. However, we're getting a couple bullish candles on the 1 minute. We've got this big LVN up here. I'm wondering if this thing wants to break lower and just start falling. Look at Delta moving lower. We're gonna see if we can get in at a. I think it is gonna want to start moving lower here. Your stop would have to be the break of that. I'd add to it as we push lower here. I see Delta dropping. I mean, the thing looks like it wants to really come down now. Oops. I'd be getting out at right here probably. Actually, I wanted to get out. Shoot. My thing is too microscopic here. Sorry. I wanted to get out around 14,100 level because I thought they would bounce. And I usually get out at 14,105, 105.50. That's usually my exit price around those whole numbers because I find that buyers start to step in a little bit sooner, or sellers start to step in a little bit sooner. So that's why we got out there. And now again, this area here, this 20 SMA on the 1 hour, I'm going to move this red line down. That was acting as support. It's now acting as resistance, or it may act as resistance. It'll be really interesting to see what it does down there. Really interesting to see what it does. We can also see this big low volume node coming in right here. This thing's starting to turn bearish. So We're breaking through a trend line. Don't know how valid it is. You could draw it a couple different ways. The 1 minute over here, though, trend line, I could see this thing coming up and failing. Now, another trading observation I've made is that typically sometimes when you've got a trend line like this and price moves up and we pin through this trend line, that's a very bearish sign. Any sort of pin through support and resistance levels for me is really significant. I think, you got this big LVN right here. You've got the 20 SMA. I can totally see it coming up to 14,140-ish at pinning and rolling back down. But that looks like a pretty good candle, bullish candle. So let's see what happens. Guys, can we get 40 likes? 3 more likes, guys. 3 more likes. If I can't get my P&L up, I'm gonna get those likes up. $30 on the day, guys. $30. Only one contract though, so 40 likes, guys. 40 likes. 40. 3 more. If you haven't liked, oh, that's what I'm talking about, guys. 4 is my favorite number. I don't know why. I've got a thing with even numbers. It's like OCD. Hashem, why this is sketchy? Yeah, it is sketchy. It's a little sketchy, Hashem. You're right. It's a little sketchy. But I tell you what, it's only $35, and if you were trying to trade 10 contracts, you'd need at least $15,000 of your own money to throw into an account. So it's good practice. I would say, though, to open up your own account once you got good at trading and consistently profitable. This looks like we're going to fall here. Consistently profitable. To open up your own account. But that, of course, is up to each trader. And I know a lot of people who are, on YouTube doing this sort of stuff are new to trading, right? It's new to trading. And I will tell you something. There is nothing more frustrating as a new trader as to drop $5,000, $10,000 into an account that you've been saving up or whatever. And you're like, all right, man, I'm going to turn this into $100,000 in 6 months. And within 2 weeks, you've blown that account. Or less, within 2 days, you blew that account. You want to go in, I like the evaluations because there is some reward. There's some pot at the end of that rainbow. You can get a 50K account. You can get whatever account you want. You trade well. And at the end of a few months, you can pull out some money. At the end of a couple months, you pull out some money. And you keep trading well. Maybe you put that money into your own account. This looks like it's going to keep falling. I don't want to short the bottom of it, but I think it's going to come down some more. You get your own account, maybe down to 76. Get out. And yeah, I mean, there's very few, like I keep saying it, but there's very few opportunities out there for traders to do stuff like that. And now, if you're not comfortable with it, do your own thing. I mean, nobody's making you do it. Lilu has 83% discount until Friday. Lilu, I'm telling you, Lilu and whatchamacallit have got to be like neighbors. Lilu and Apex, like their websites are the same, their deals are the same, the rules are the same. Oh, and I told you, I went to their website, and Apex's website, and they had the guy. It's like you go to the guy's bio, the guy who owns it. He's like, I'm a rancher. I'm like, that's the exact same thing as Lilu. That's the exact same thing as Lilu. These guys are totally ranching buddy neighbors. I'm looking for this bigger move down to 76. I can see the band here on the 1 minute opening up. I might short it again as we broke lower, 87. Lilu withdrawal is not the same. It's pretty dang close, I think. I don't know. But maybe it's not. I don't know. Poor Netflix earnings is sending this thing down to the abyss. How's this 1 hour going to close? I think I want to come up a little bit here. I'm just going to get out there because I don't like this delta. I don't like this delta action. There's going to go here, isn't it, guys? It's going to go here, isn't it, guys? What do you guys think? I'm not going to short the bottom of it. Sorry. I'm trading my P&L right now. I'm not going to short the bottom of it. I should have held onto that trade if I was confident that we're going to drop down here to 64 at this point. Oh, it really does look like it. It really does look like we're going to move down to 64. When's this? I keep looking when this hourly candle is going to close. Let's look at this 500 tick, boys. Yeah, this thing has got some room to the downside. Adios. Adios, amigo. Adios. Where's this thing going to go? We're going to hold on to this for a little bit. I always short the bottom. You want to know why? Because I have FOMO. I have FOMO like nobody else has FOMO. Oh, it's pretty close though, Hashem. I mean, come on, that's pretty close. I think we're splitting hairs here on that. I swear, somebody is like on the other side of these trades, and they're just like, let's mess with them. Oh, man, 76 was gonna be my first target on this. $63. I'll just take that. $229. I should have held it. This is one of those trades where it's like, you know where price is going. You can see that it's dropping out of the flipping sky. And you're just taking these little scalps. And then like the whole big move is done. And you're like, man, what just happened? How did I only make $230 out of a 200-point move? So, but that's the way it goes. Kevin, I hope I'm saying your name right. Yeah, I mean, I think you're right. I mean, I say it's sketchy because, for one, you don't trade a real live account when you get it. What they do is they use the money that they get from people signing up for evaluations to pay for people that are, making profits. So that's Ponzi scheme like. But as long as they make the payouts, I don't really care what they do. Now, if you completely like go crazy, if you go crazy and you make 100K, they do have clauses in the contract, and you want to read the contract. And I can't remember exactly what it is, but they do have clauses that they can close out your account, basically end you early, and then give you a payout of some amount. And I can't remember what it is, but you need to read the contract closely, know what you're getting into, and realize, it's not ideal. It's not a real prop firm. It's not a real prop firm. Okay, it's a educational company, they call themselves. So, my advice to you is to do the evaluation, try to make 10 grand, pull out the 10 grand, put it into your own account. Okay. If you can make 10 grand in an evaluation with you following these rules or doing whatever, then you're a good enough trader to trade your own capital. You don't need to be doing that anymore. So what I'm seeing here on the 1 minute, open this up, blow this up. I can see the band here. We've gone like this, starting to pinch in a little bit. Sometimes that's a sign of a reversal. So I'm going to take my hand off the shorts. It doesn't sound legal. They have been sued. These companies have been sued, and apparently it is legal. Now, what is not legal is for some of these companies, for the SEC. I mean, do you think these companies can go out and they're, Daryl Martin, who runs Apex, is in his basement doing these videos, but is somehow regulated by the SEC, and each one of us who passes one of these evaluations is now a legitimate broker? There's so many more regulations that has to go, not broker, trader. There's so many more regulations that have to go with becoming a proper prop firm, like a real prop firm trading, and these guys just ain't it. Sorry, but they are educational businesses. And there's several videos on YouTube of people, I think like CoffeeZilla has done some of them. And, so again, my advice to everyone is do the evaluation, make your 10 grand, 100% of the 10 grand, pull it out, put it into your own account. That's it. I've got my own account. I also do these evaluations sometimes for fun. One is because they're good, they're challenging, right? They're challenging. You got to follow rules. Relatively risk-free. Now, when I see like a really good setup, when I see markets really moving, then I'm going to go over to my own account and trade my own capital and try to capitalize on bigger moves or higher probability trades. But when markets are acting like this, we're down here chopping around. You can see we're on the 4 hour. Are we going up? Are we going down? We've got recession talk, blah, blah, blah. This looks like, if we look at the 4 hour, I'm chit-chatting away over here, not really looking at the chart. Let's look at what we got going over here in the 4 hour. I'm going to stop running my mouth here about this stuff. Come on, guys. Let's get 50 likes. One more like, guys. 50 likes. Please, one more like. Let's look at we got the chart. We've got this resistance area, which we saw pre-market. We're coming down hard off of that. We've got support down here. This thing looks like we're going to bust through this support. Probably going to bust through this. Probably going to bust through this. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. But what I would see, no SEC license for futures. Oh, M-Stone, you're probably right. So I don't know really exactly what I'm talking about. But it seems to me like they would need, I don't know what. Anyways, I'm going to stop talking about it. I should probably do more research on it before I start talking. But there have been lawsuits against these companies. You can look that stuff up. Particularly like not FTMO, but there's one in Canada. There was one at Forex, one that got that had to reveal that it wasn't really a prop firm. So we've got this support area here. We've got 20 SMA here on the 4 hour. Man, I could totally see this thing dropping into here as we break this support level and we come down here back to 14,000. So there might be a scalp in there for me. This looks pretty bearish. We've got this support area here. Man, I saw this thing break through over here, and I thought this thing was going to drop, and we shot up, but it's just the way it goes. Matt went long and is currently over $5,000 loss on 5 contracts. That sucks. Yeah, I can see 14,000 opened up on this pretty easy. Delta, though, Delta isn't that aggressive. Delta's still positive. So, yeah, PD Legend, it does. You're right. And it does. You withdraw, and then it affects your drawdown. So, he's down 6K. What's man, I've been there. I tell you what, I don't want to be like, you don't want to get too cocky in this thing, because you know what happens is before you know it, I'm going to be down 2 grand. You can see point of control coming in down here. This thing looks like it's going to come. I'm gonna wait to see what happens at this level. We're kind of coming down to 14,040-ish level, but I think a drop. Price starts moving down here. I think it's going to open up that 14,000 level. Yeah, Hashem, you're absolutely right. And I talk about that in that video that I made. All these companies that say they're one step or actually 2 steps. Ooh, I almost took a short there. Didn't. I got to remember that I'm only trading 1 contract, so I usually trade 2 contracts. Dude, playing it safe. This one I almost took a short on. This one is a pretty good setup. You know, when we're starting to trend like this, you look for these pullbacks, bearish candle on a 500 volume, take it down to the band, and that's 70, 15 points right there. So that's kind of what you're looking for. We missed it though. Let's see, the Dow is still positive today. S&P still positive. They're all at areas of resistance. They're pushing down. It's Nas again. Nasdaq. I don't like calling it the Nas. I don't feel like I know it very well. I think Matt calls it, Trades by Matt calls it the Nas. So I'm not cool with it like that. Just call it the Nasdaq. We're not really friends, me and the Nasdaq. Man, I'm looking at the support area to see what it wants to do right here. Again, sometimes these support areas, they're not hard to identify. And so other traders will be taking profits here. Shorts will be taking profits here. So you may see that impulse back up. And, some buyers may be coming in here. So if it breaks, then price really starts to shoot down. He's $8,000 down. Does he keep trying to buy it as it's falling? Is he like, no, this is it? Or is he just holding on, hoping that the rotation comes back up? That's one thing. I mean, he's a super nice guy, and I really respect him for live trading for so long. Live trading is a complete mind fuck. But, if you think this thing's coming back up and this is a major area of resistance. I mean, that's the one reason you use time frames, right? Higher time frames. Look for those big areas of resistance. And look at that bearish candle on the one. Use the higher time frames to identify those areas and just, those are reversal areas. Price may not have the momentum to get through that stuff. Another thing I'll say is, in my trading experience, price will typically explode to areas of support and resistance before reversing. So even when you see a really quick burst, that doesn't necessarily mean that there's going to be momentum after that. That is sometimes just price getting to where it wants to go and getting to where it wants to go quickly. I would be looking to short it, past 30. Everybody knows I like my 30 levels. This is just an area of support. This red line, we've got it marked out over here. It'll be interesting. We also have this low volume node. It'll be interesting to see what it wants to do down here. We can see Delta coming up on it. It may want to give itself a pop. We can see, some buying coming over here in the 1 minute. But what was I going to say? But so it might be bouncing here. Call it a dead cat bounce. And if we broke down, if we came down to 30, we broke through 30, I would really be looking for that 14,000 level to open up. I'm not looking at. Some people may have captured this big move, and I admire those people. Intraday trading for me, though, is about scalping, finding pockets that price I think is going to move quickly through. But I do see 14,000 opened up on it. We got to see if it gets down there. Sometimes you can see we're bouncing off this level. See that? So we got that red line drawn out. So technical analysis, guys. Technical analysis is where it's at. Let's see what it wants to do up here. Just this. Right at the 20 SMA on the 1 minute. I'm going to take that trend line off. I don't think it's valid. Now, do you get a bearish candle here on the 1 minute? Break this trend line, try to take it down again? I don't know. You know what I think you should do is you should go get some coffee, and I'll be right back. I want to see what it's going to do down here at 30, and I think it may get there or not. I don't know. Ooh, bouncing off support. Bouncing off support. Looking bullish, boys. Looking bullish. Get it. Look at it. So, bouncing off that support. You're expecting a big retracement. Yeah, I think you might be right. We're coming right down off the support level. Although this pattern, it doesn't look right. It doesn't look right. Feels like there needs to be continuation down here. But if I look over here, I can see that we're positive 3,000 plus delta. The upper band up here is going to be some resistance up at 107. LVN right there. It's going to run into something up at 105-ish level, right up here at the top of the band. It's at 106 now. It'll probably pinch into 105. We've also got this LVN ledge right there. It's going to hit something up there. Vernon, no, I have no idea. I just enabled the super chat, which is supposed to let you guys do, I don't know, other things. I'm not really sure what it does. I could look it up real quick, see what this thing's going to do up here. I think this is going to break down again. Why do I think that? Because this volume profile isn't completed. We need a value area low down here. I think we're going to come down to 14,000, and it's going to stretch that out to 14,000, which will also allow it to come down here and maybe hit this 20 SMA. Again, this 4-hour chart pattern ain't right. But, what do I know? It's going to do what it wants to do, I guess. I don't think it really gives a shit about a chart pattern. Now we're coming up to that 05 level. talked about, pinning right off of it. May just touch the upper band, maybe up at 09. I don't know. Just short the support, possibly. Looks like Ninja Trader. I don't know what you're talking about. Not TS. I think it is his own money today using Trade-O-Eight, not TS Trader. Trade-O-Eight and TS Trader are the same thing. Plus, he would have a busted funded account by now. Trade-O-Eight and TS Trader. Look at this thing moving higher. Maybe we are ripping up. Maybe we are ripping up, guys. What do I know? Price action is bullish. Delta is bullish. Off that support area. Got a resistance up here at 12. Do we bust into... Where's my pin? Where's my pain? Do we bust into this high volume node? The 20, come up to 40? Possibly. Where's... Yeah, I mean, it's got some room up there, maybe. Delta really isn't cooperating today. I mean, look how aggressive Delta is. You know, up at 17, up to 30. That might be a trade. That might be a ripper. Again, we're just looking for those pockets. Yeah, TS Trader, but TS Trader, though, is essentially Trade-O-Eight, right? I mean, it's just they call it TS Trader, but they just put, you know, like their skin on it and call it a day. I'm wondering if we get a pop up here. See Delta moving higher. I really want to move back into this volume node, and then I'm going to get out before 30. Which it should move through that pretty quickly. Gotcha. Gotcha. Trading your own money or not. Oh, I can see Delta here push. Oop, whoa, where'd my thing go? I can see Delta there pushing up, but we didn't get that break just yet. This would actually be the area to get in as it did a little pullback there. I'm adjusting my thought on this trade here. I'm about to take it off. I feel like it should have gone pretty quick. I'm going to take it off. Now she's rolling. Oh yeah, now I got you. CG. Now you're talking about what I'm using. Oh yeah, this is Ninja Trader. I've used Trade-O-Eight before. I think it's fine. It's hard for me to read Cumulative Delta on Trade-O-Eight. And I need to read my Cumulative Delta. Oops, I want to take this order off, don't I? I'm still thinking that 17 maybe that would want to pop up to 20, 10 points on that. I'm still thinking that. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm torn. I should get in here if I really believe in this trade. Man, I don't know. Wish-washy. That's a bad sign. It's a bad sign when you're putting trades on, taking them off, putting them on, taking them off. That's a bad sign. Dude, can we get some guys? Can we get some more likes? Come on, I haven't asked for a like in a while. Come on, if you're new, if you just started watching, you haven't liked her yet, go ahead, hit that like. Go ahead, hit that like. We're in a very interesting position right here on this thing. Here's my concern with buying the break of this resistance. Is that the band here, I think it may just pop up to the band up at 20. And so as we break, it's only 3 points. It's not really worth the risk for me. So, yeah, we may break up. You know, I feel like it could come up to 20 and then we roll back down. The Shem thinks it's bearish all the way. I think we may get another, yeah, I don't know, you know. Now I'd be in that trade and sweating pretty bad again because I feel like this upper, it's going to touch that band and then come down, although we may break higher here through that LVN or for that high volume node, HVN. Spies at VWAP. I like it. I like looking at other products there. We may get that move up to 27. Let's see if it moves up to 27. It probably is. Missed that one, but it's life. It's life. Could be worse. I'm seeing a short forming here. The break of this support, break of the 20 SMA, break of a couple of touches on that. And then we'd probably fall down into no man's land. Right there. Would we have hit 27? No. No. Looks like it's really struggling up there, guys. It's like it doesn't really like life up there, this guy. We can draw a counter trend line. I call them counter trend lines. Let's just call them a trend line. We can draw a trend line there. Ooh, I've got a trend line already here. I can just adjust or take off. Any thoughts on Collective 2? I have no idea what Collective 2 is. What is it? Is it another prop trading thing? There's a million of these prop trading things popping up. Holy smokes. A million of them. I got a short there at 79. I feel like if we break through all this resistance, she's going to want to fall back down. Look at the 5 minute, looking bearish. If I was better at reading price, actually this could be a buy right here. You could buy it at 01. At the trend line, see how it reacts to this trend line here on the 1 minute and the 500 volume. Got apparently a SPY potential doji reversal on the 1 minute. Thanks, Matt, for letting us know. Moving down, we're now into the short. Moving lower. I'm gonna get out. Hey, we've got some. What does it want to do? What does this thing want to do? Ugh. Always messing with this thing. So I'll stop. One, see if it breaks lower. I feel like we've got quite a bit of room to the downside there. Now we're short 2 on it as we break lower. Could you take it all the way down to 15, possibly? Got a nice close there on the 1 minute. Very bearish candle on the 5 minute. I'm cool with 2 contracts on this thing. 04. 1 down here, maybe. 2. Let's see what she wants to do. They all can't be winners, guys. This would be a good short pot right here, I think. Might add to it as we break lower. Delta just isn't coming along with me today. I may not to get too greedy because it's so many contracts. I may get out of 50. Is it a trap? It's a trap. I don't know. See what it wants to do here. It's a choppy trap. Oh, bummer. Backside of that trend line. Son of a gun. Trap. 1700. 1700. Son of a gun. Well, it's the way it goes, guys. We can always get back in, but $89. Let's see what it wants to do. If I get a That was a bummer. Look, it's still, I mean, I still feel like it's a short. I don't know. We'll jump back in here. Let's see how this 1 minute goes. No follow through to the downside though on it, was there? Well, I think we got the direction wrong on this thing, to be honest. Let's see what happens. I want to see what happens at 93. 93. Oop. Got something else going on. Pay attention to. Yeah, you know, other markets are up today, so it's tricky. Tricky. Nah, I gotta get out. Dang it, guys. $2,000. Ugh. Frustrating. Now it's probably gonna whip down. time is it? 9:30. That's just looking. Now it's coming down. Now it's coming down. Dang it. Here we go. Now we get the move down. Tell you, this 5-minute looked crazy bearish. I was like, man, this thing's dropping. Probably will still drop. Let's take it down, boys. Still feel like we're going to go down to that 14,000. $15,058. This is $33. Oh. $17. Man, I'm getting destroyed on this. This is how you get chopped up. I gotta close out, I think, again. Look at where I keep closing out. Basically wiped out yesterday. It's frustrating. Oh man, I just spilled coffee over my shirt. Add insult to injury. Yeah, we can see we got volume coming in up here now. Son of a gun. Oh, where's my bear? Ooh. This thing's popping up. Gosh dang it, guys. I'm sorry. It's a bad trading day. That's what I get for coming back live streaming. What I get. Well, I feel for me too. I mean, I feel like that this is resistant, you know, that just shit trading, just revenge trading, take that loss, and then you get back in and you revenge trade it. Should have used an ATM strategy. I don't know. It's only one contract, and this does look like a short area up here, but man, I'm just getting chopped up on it. Delta's too strong. Delta is too strong on it. Ooh, so I wiped out yesterday, basically, so. Aw, thanks, Paris. I appreciate that. So I wiped out yesterday. Maybe I'm up a few $100 from yesterday. I think I made 3,300 yesterday. So back to the drawing board for the week. What did I make on Monday? I don't even know what I made. Let's see. Oh, I go back to see what I made. Now it's coming down. Very difficult for me to trade this. I made $600 on Monday, so I'm up about. I made 3,300 yesterday, so it's 400. So I'm up about $1,000 on the week still. Only Wednesday. Oh, so frustrating. I mean, this thing looked like it was just gonna boom tank. And then of course you get that mindset of, oh, it's a short, it's a short, it's a short, and what happens? What happens? You get it's life. Do I really want to trade anymore today? Probably not. Probably not. Well, that's a bummer. You're always like, oh, I'm gonna go back live streaming. We're gonna have a good day, and then you just get that mental mind fuck. How it can be so quick like that. You know, this looked like it was going. I mean, this one right here looked like we were gonna tank. Whipped up, got out, you know, right at the top. Shorted it again, got out at the top. Shorted it again, got out at the top. I mean, that's like how not to trade in 101, and that's how exactly how people blow up accounts, just like that. So I'm always learning. I don't claim to be a professional. Always learning. And yeah, I don't know. What you do is when you get big losses like that, then all of a sudden your mind starts to be like, oh, I got to make it back. I got to make it back. I got to make it back real quick. And you're just not going to. I mean, you're just not going to make it back real quick. You know, that's how I got into these trades over here. So thanks, Dan. I appreciate the positivity, guys. I think we all have been there before, haven't we? I've been there a million times. Best thing to do is just stop trading. I mean, I should have stopped trading it. I should have stopped trading. Well, me and Matt are the same. Matt's waiting for this thing to come back up to VWAP. He's probably pretty close. You know, I think we've all been there before, right? Been there several times. The live streaming thing is difficult. Live streaming thing is difficult. But I got to get good at it. You know, I like live streaming. I like the chat. I like helping people out. Awesome daily. I love to hear that. I love to hear when other people are up. So I'm glad somebody is. You know, I feel like the chat, I feel like, you know, I like doing the pre-market stuff. I enjoy it. It's lonely trading while you're lonesome over here. So I hope you guys got something out of it. Man, I feel like this thing doesn't want to come down again. It's like, are you going to jump back into a short? I mean, we're right up here at this big low volume node, value area high. It's like it shouldn't want to come down. It shouldn't want to come down. Thing is, I don't know if I could withstand another loss here. Man, this trade here looked like she was gonna go. What am I looking at? Yeah. Some other stuff I need to do. Now she's popping up. And I'm really thinking about taking a short up here. We've got the 20 SMA right there. We've got VWAP. We've got this big low volume node. I feel like this is the area to short it. I'm just going to go on one contract here, guys. Nobody kill me. Nobody kill me. Okay. I got the capital to risk. My money. Doing what I want. Doing what I want with it. I just feel like this area up here, man, it's just... This would be a bigger trade. Stop up at 55. Then I would definitely be walking away for the day. All right, up here, we'll put a stop. Stop. Is the thing going to rally? I don't know. I mean, you're torn because you've got... Oh, my God. It flipping bopped. You're torn because you've got, longer term investments and stuff. So you're really rallying for the thing to go up. At the same time, you're in an intraday short position. Which is tough. See this area of confluence, VWAP, 20 SMA, low volume node, all that junk. This is trading, guys. If you take anything away from this, it is not how not to trade, right? You see how somebody fails, and you can probably see this clearly, like how bad the situation is, right? You can probably see that super clear. But for me, I'm like mentally in this thing. Shit. Oh. Just watching it. Coming down off VWAP, 20 SMA, LVN. Oh my gosh, I made $30. $90, $180. Tell you what, I tell this story all the time, but the first time I traded, I made $40. And man, I was over the moon. I was like, this is incredible. And ever since then, I was hooked. They got me in that $40 trade. I'm not going to add to it. I'm just going to see if we want to start breaking some of this stuff down. I feel like it. I don't know why I feel like that. You want to know why I feel like that? Because we're at the VWAP, 20 SMA, big LVN on the volume profile. We had all this selling coming through earlier. All that selling, driving it down. At the back of this trend line on the 1 hour, I feel like there's some resistance up there. Now, am I right? Who knows? Who knows? Absolutely no idea. Time is at 9:45. Oh man, sorry to hear that, SW Blaze. I'm sorry to hear that. The one thing I do like about Apex is if you blow up your account, you still get the data feed for the rest of the month. So, my suggestion would be just trade a sim for, a while until you get your confidence back. Although a sim, is not the same as live trading, obviously, but Sometimes you need it. I blew my funded account yesterday. Ah, man. I went past my evaluation 3. Cool. So, James, so wait, you blew it up? Oh, you blew your funded account. Ah, man, I hate that. These things are hard, man. These things are hard. I got to get out of it at 54, and then I'm going to shut everything down. If I hit my stop up there, I'm shutting everything down. Never trading again. Just kidding. I'll be back tomorrow. I mean, it's all relative, right? It's like, you know, if you lose 5K in a day, it's okay if you make 5K the next day. I mean, whether it's $500, $50, it's just zeros at the end of it. And you get used to it, to be honest. I remember the first time I lost like $800. I was devastated. I thought I was the worst person on the planet. Now it just doesn't seem like that big of a deal. Doesn't seem like that big of a deal. Can't let it get to you. You gotta be zen. Go do your meditation. Who here meditates? Anybody? Anybody? Any meditators out there? Man, we got 60 likes. I love it. 3 times. No, dude. PD Legend, you can't do that, man. You can't reset in the same day. You just can't do it. I'm telling you, you will blow through money so quick. That's like being at Vegas and keep thinking you're going to get it back. My advice is this, is to give yourself, my advice is to give yourself limits. Like, okay, I'm going to sign up for the evaluation, you know, and then I'm going to give myself 1 reset in a month. Now, if I break that reset, I don't know if you break the reset. If you, I'm watching this thing. Sorry, I'm looking at something else here. Is this thing popping back up on me here? Man, I'm getting burned. What is going on with this? This thing should fall. Sorry. So you sign up for the account and give yourself 1 reset in that month. And if you that's weird. I'm really sorry, guys. I'm looking at something else off on the other screen. And if you you know, blew that, just trade the sim for the rest of the month. You know, give yourself 1 reset. Man, sorry. That took me a long time to get that out. I don't think I just don't know what this thing's doing. I just don't know what it's doing. You know what it's doing? It's chopping me up. It's chopping me up. That's what it's doing. It's messing with me. But never reset more than once in a day. You know, give yourself that 1 reset. Or not, or you know, stop trading for the day. I should tell, you know, I'm the one to talk, right? Stop trading for the day. This thing's coming back up, I think. And you know, I know PD Legend, it should fall, and it doesn't. You should roll over. Roll over. You need to roll over. I command you. I don't think he particularly cares what I command. Up, 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 up. Is it gonna pop? Ugh. 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 I feel like this LVN up here might hold. Mm. Who called it out in the chat there? Who's gonna pop? There you go. Daily grands. Son of a bitch. There goes the crickets on tick strike. I don't know what tick strike is. Very huge buying. Good. Came out of reverse. I'm now down 4 grand. I will say something about Matt. Matt's a little too smug for me. Always kind of like, I told you so. I feel like you gotta have some humility in this game. I did my target of 2,400 in on the count. Yeah, no kidding. You all know the pain that goes on. Clear up channel here on the 1 minute. You know what's the worst is the capital is not great, but it's the way it goes is the ego. Your ego gets so bruised when you get into these trades. You hate Ninja? I'm sorry. Yeah, this thing's moving up. I'm about ready to close out. I think I got you guys. That's a rough day. So now I'm basically flat on the week. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's going to slow grind up. I popped above that 20 SMA. So we're flat on the week. I think I might be up like $100 or something, but we'll see what happens on Thursday and Friday. Thursday and Friday, 2 new days. Maybe trade a little more conservatively. Cricket sounding. I don't. What is this cricket sounding? Daily grands. What is this thing? You got to explain yourself, man. Nobody knows what this shit is. Sorry, I'm getting frustrated. I don't know what tick strike is. What is it? You selling something? Tick strike. Watch this thing roll down off VWAP here. I'm gonna be so pissed off. It's software which tells you level 2 in audio. Watch this thing just fall here. The worst. Oh, it's through Apex. Oh, I think I have seen this thing. I think I've gotten emails about this thing. I think I have gotten emails about this thing. I've got somebody emailing me asking me for this Apex code thing again. I can't even remember the name. I can't remember where I have. Up. It's on that. Oh, here. All right, you guys want 50% off from these Apex things? Here, you can use this code. Get 50% off. Yeah, now I get it. Daily Grands. It's like a. You guys can do the Apex code thing. Pin it. I don't know what pinning does. I have no idea how to use this chat. Here. You can copy this thing and get 50% off. Now look at this thing rolling down on me. Look at this thing rolling down. Son of a gun. One thing is like when you take, like you get in these shit trades, and then it's like, then you see it set up. Like if we break this down channel, this thing's going to roll down. It's going to roll down. I mean, that's why trading is so difficult, but I'm really frustrated at this point. NQ, you would watch the 5 NQ stocks when all green, red. You're very frustrating day for me. Welcome back to live trading. There it goes. That's the way it goes. Now we're pushing up. I don't have any more capital risk today, guys. I'm flat on the week again. I need to come back tomorrow with a couple good trade ideas. And hey, who knows? You know, we get a $1,500 day tomorrow, $1,500 day on Friday. That's $3,000 on the week. So right now we're flat on the week. So we lost what we made Monday, Tuesday. It's time to step away. In stocks, that's a good idea. How's Netflix doing today? Anybody know? It's still tanking? Do-do. Oh, it's down 35% now. 35%. Incredible. Now this thing's gonna fall. Look at this. Look where I got out. Look where I got out. 42 down, breaking through the support channel. Now it's opening up the downside. This is incredible. I can't short it here though, guys. I can't afford another loss, even though this trade looks like it's gonna fall. I'm gonna jump off of this thing. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. I hope your trading day, of course, sounding heavy. I hope you guys have a great day, and your trading is going better than mine. I hope your tick strike, crickets, and popcorn and all that stuff is going well. I like to apologize, but again, I'm flat on the week, so it's not I got to keep reminding myself that flat on the week. Life will get better. It will turn around. We will have good days and we will have bad days. Today's a bad day. Just getting reintroduced to the live streaming. I'll tell myself, I don't know, but also a bunch of bad decisions. This is the trade right here. We're breaking through this level, but I have no more capital risk today. I'm not going to allow myself to risk any more capital today. Tomorrow I will come in with another trading plan and hopefully get a better idea of what's going on with the market. Thank you for liking this. If you guys want to do this Apex thing, there's that coupon for 50% off. Go do a 25K account, 50K account, whatever. Tell your friends about the live stream. Give this thing a like before I jump off of it, will ya? Give it a like for all the cash I lost today. And see if we can get 75 likes. 75? You get 5 more likes on this bad boy? 5 more likes? Everybody already jumped off. Oh, I got 1. 5 more? 4 more I need? I can't even do math. My brain is so toast. Oh, it sucked. Today sucked. 72. Can I get 75, guys? Can I get 3 more likes? 3 more? Anybody? 74. 1 more, guys. 1 more like. 75 likes. Let's do it. Can I get it? Everybody's just messing with me now. They're like, nope. We ain't going to give it to you. Ooh. Watching this thing fall, and it's a bummer. 76 likes. I appreciate it, guys. Come back tomorrow. We'll have a better day. If anything, maybe get something out of the technical analysis. I think some of the levels were correct that we called out. It's just the execution was poor, and that's just the way it goes. All mental. See you guys tomorrow, guys. Peace out.